Welcome to Japan. Japan is an island Asian country located in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of China and Taiwan. It is made up of an archipelago of about 6,852 islands. Its culture, strongly influenced by China in its origin, is about 2,677 years old and is characterized by its own language, its own religion, and its own traditions. Ruled by a parliamentary monarchy with a long nation tradition, this country has played an important role in Asian and world politics, especially in the 20th century when it allied with Nazi Germany and Fascist Italy in what became known as the Berlin Axis, Rome-Tokyo during World War II. Japanese culture is governed in terms of interpersonal relationships by the jury, a name given to the set of duty, obligation, and honor. There is also enormous respect for the elderly and ancestors, who are often worshipped at home altars. Japan, Nippon or Nihon in Japanese, is a term of Chinese origin, which translates origin of the sun. Japanese is the ninth most spoken language in the world and encompasses a set of dialects similar to the Ryugyuan languages. Traditional Japanese clothing stands out for the use of unique garments such as the kimono, a long and colorful dress worn by both men, women, and infants, which is tied at the waist with a cloth belt (obi). Japanese food is very popular in current times, to the point of turning sushi based on raw fish into a typical dish. However, true Japanese gastronomy is complex and adhered to an ancient culinary legacy. A wide variety of sports are practiced in Japan, both traditional and modern, such as martial arts or Western sports. And now, why invest in Japan? Japan is scarce resource and a hostile environment has become a great economy power whose model has served to inspire a wide range of countries of the path of economic growth and development. Despite having lived through a long economic crisis, it is the third largest economy in the world, an overpopulated and wealthy state, with the longest life expectancy, a good educational system, a fairly equitable income distribution, and high positions in different countries. How was the country managed to be a prosperous and developed power? Speaking a bit of the environment, Japan is an archipelago of thousands of islands with four main islands: Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku, and Kyushu. The Japanese development model stems from the Meiji Restoration, a pragmatic reaction by the Japanese nobility to confront the Western powers on the 19th century that were imposing in East Asia on the basis of unequal trade agreements thanks to their military superiority. It was a true revolution that changed the economic, territorial, political, and in part social system. This unique historical fact marked the key points of the Japanese model. The states began to intervene in the economy, protecting production and directing industrialization. The goal was to prevent Western products from flooding the market and diverting the country's wealth. After putting this world power in context, we will focus on talking about the projection to 2024. According to the estimates of the International Monetary Fund regarding the countries with the highest GDP from 2019 to 2024, Japan is ranked as the third economic power in the world. The land of the rising sun is a source of opportunities for those who decide to enter its financial markets. Listed mutual funds and are invested portfolios whose shares are traded on a financial market as if they were shares of a company. The objective is to invest in the Japanese market. There are traditional index investment funds and derivative instruments to invest in indices. The Nikkei 225 is the main stock index of Japan Tokyo Stock Exchange, made up of the 225 largest companies in the country. And there are two traditional methods of investing in Japanese stocks: direct investment in Japan through the purchase of company shares and indirect investments in Japan through equity investment funds. They offer geographic diversification to the investment portfolio. It has appreciation potential. The fiscal stimulus of the economic plan pay in its favor. The country has stability policies, international companies and large cap, which are increasing. This tells us that there is an increase in private consumption and a sign of economic health. And the restructuring of a board of directors has managed to increase the rates of dividend distribution and share buyback programs. The companies have a good valuation of many of them are authentic institutions in the certain sectors, especially in technology and automotive. For example, these will be some interesting Japanese companies to invest in: Toyota Motors, Kawasaki, TDK, Tokyo Gas, Mitsubishi, Canon, Sony, and Suzuki Motor Corp. You have the option of investing in regular mutual funds whose portfolio is made up of Japanese stocks. Mutual funds can be managed passively. The advantage of investing through funds are: mutual funds provide direct access to a diversified portfolio, liquidity and absolute transparency, management carried out by a professional, and tax benefits. When it comes to Japan equity mutual funds, there are good deals on the market. According to Inverco, this category offers a weighted annual rate of return of 3.6%. Opportunities aren't just found in big stocks. Small companies have strong appreciation potential, and Japan's currency, the Japanese yen, is considered a safe haven asset, and given the downturn in financial markets, it tends to rise. In addition, the economy has been an exporter. When investing in Japan, investors tend to hedge currency risk. Japan is in a time of low interest rates in negative installment. Within its expansionary monetary policy since 2016, the Bank of Japan has maintained short-term official rates at a rate of -10%. How to invest in Japan in the short term? Another alternative to invest it is through financial derivatives, financial futures, financial options, and contracts for difference. The characteristic of this product is that they depend on a price of an underlying asset. They are useful for short-term investment. In addition, in this product, it is possible to invest in Japan both upwards and downwards. And this is Japan. And do you dare to invest?